Hi guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to another series of Starcraft English commentary. We're back here with the KCM continuation saga. It is going to be the playoff. We're going to be having the playoff between Protoss and Terran. That's right. So the Zerg players will be waiting in the finale or the final, however you call it. And let's see which of these two races will be able to triumph here. As usual, we will have 4 players per race, and then each race can field a champion who has one last chance to defeat everyone else on the other team, including that other team's champion. And if you look at the lineup today, as you can see, very lackluster lineup from both of the sides, especially from the Protoss side. I mean, we have the likes of YSC, Tyson, Who, and Motive. Of course, we still have Mini to carry the weight of the team. But anyways, KCM, the organizer, did a poll before this series started, and he asked which race is more likely to win. And I think it was like something like 82% of the voters chose Terran to win. And it might very well be the case, but let's see, because players like YSC tend to have a very good streak and some amazing heck of a luck in KCM. The first match is going to be between Sharp and Tyson. You can see Sharp at the top left in the purple color, Tyson at the bottom right in the brown color. The map is Polestar. I just showed you the map already. Maybe I'll just quickly show you again. Here is Polestar SCV meeting the probe in the middle of the map, and let's just quickly also check the map stats so we know what we're up against. So out of all of the maps for season 19 of ASL for Terran player, here are the win rates. So Polestar is 55% win rate, so it's all right. It's all right for Sharp. Of course, he's the favorite to win here. And let me also just quickly show you the current how should I say, the current elo scores to see how strong these players are. They're not the cream of the crop of the cream and cream of the top, but you know, they're still pro gamers, so they're very good. Here the top 10 Broodwar players, as you can see. Snow has been retaining this #1 position for a while. I think on average this year he's always been on #1. He's ridiculously, insanely monstrous. That's 3 indicative adjectives, you know, or adverbs at the same time. I apologize. So that's them, and then these are the average elo scores of the players playing today. And as you can see, Terran is looking a lot better. But as you know, in Starcraft, especially in PV, melee games, it's not the average elo scores that matters. It is the strongest player's elo score that matters, because the one who is strongest, should I say, will be the one who usually be able to take out all of the other players. And that likely is going to be Mini, because well, first of all, let's check out the win rate. These guys are actually not what I want to see. Maybe not. No, excuse me. Here are what I want to show you. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. As you can see, Mini elo score. Well, first of all, Mini's win rate is 63 percent against Terran, so he's very strong. And of course, you know, all of the other Terran players actually not that great, except for Mong. Mong's very good. So let's check it out. Anyways, both the players have expanded. Looks like things are looking very normal. SCV is allowed to scout inside of who's this guy? It's actually Tyson. Okay, Tyson's base, and this is not very good. And the SCV is actually gonna be able to come out. If actually go the other way, there it is. It can come out and maybe live. No, maybe not. But yeah, give me a second. I want to do something else. I need to save some photos because some of the banners are actually not correct. So just hang out here. 2 factory coming down from Mong. He has seen exactly what he wants to see, and he will react accordingly. So far, Tyson's game plan, you know, it's not really working out for him. What do I want to show here? This is the right figure. Alright, engineering coming up. Let me just quickly check if the elo scores would be correct. So this one's correct. That one is a little bit too small, so I will make it a little bit larger. You can see the elo scores of the players playing today. And last but not least, the win rates of the players. So there we go. There we have it. And all right, looks like this SC wants to check if Tyson is going to be coming out for an early expansion, because once your early robo is discovered, one of the things you can try to do as a Protoss player is to take observers and a quick expansion. And sometimes, you know, Terran player gets caught off guard because they build too many turrets. But it looks like there's going to be a reaver attack, so yeah, we're seeing, what is it? This is a vulture. This is possibly a vulture moving across the map, so we shall see if he's gonna. No, that's an SCV. That's an SCV just checking out the situation here, so that's cool. And there are gonna be some turrets, so let's see how much damage Tyson can do in this attacks. By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying the DPL Guaranteed to Be Epic series of games I've been releasing. There were a lot of, you know, great big names in that series, so I hope you liked it. Of course, if you want to watch those videos before others privately without ads, all you have to do is buy me coffee. Any amount would work, and the link to all of that is always going to be mentioned in the video description. So check them out at some point in the future. The shadow is gonna come out now. And what is it gonna try to do? There's a Goliath. Of course, it doesn't have any upgrades yet, so the Goliath's gonna have to go inside the main. Maybe he's waiting for Shadow with speed. That is possibly the case. We have a Nexus coming down already, and this observer. See, no, not yet. He doesn't see. Oh my god, what are you doing, Tyson? Do we have a scan? We don't have a scan, and that Shadow is just gonna get pushed back. The vulture is getting neglected, though. It could have easily sniped out that probe, but it's gonna, well, escape, so the game is gonna go on from here. So Tyson was not able to do anything, and our 2-fac is looking very strong for our Terran player Sharp here. Of course, Sharp was one of the winners of ASL. Was he? Sorry, my memory failed me. Let me just quickly check. If you look at the performance, no, not this one, not that one either. This one? Yeah, there we go. Sharp has not won an ASL. What am I saying? No, he's not won an ASL. The Shadow is gonna come back. Very nice drop, and there is going to be a tank already in the back, and the Shadow gets sniped. That is really unfortunate. He needs to get at least one Goliath. He does get one Goliath, but that's it. Losing a Shadow, a Reaver, just to get one SCV and one Goliath is not a kind of trade you want to have, especially when you invest in early Shadow technologies. Anyways, it is Sharp's game to lose now, so he needs to just move out correctly, you know, keep his forces together, keep things organized, and he should be able to take out, you know, the very small Dragoon forces that Tyson has. Of course, Tyson's got an observer, which can see, well, for now he can see, but it's gonna get scanned, so that is very unfortunate. Dragoon's gonna be just waiting out here, but 5 Dragoons is not, what is this? Sharp is gonna expand. He's gonna play the long game, and I don't really understand why. He's got just enough to hold out here. The Dragoons have to back up. Dragoons will at least try to snipe some SCV, and he gets nothing. He gets one Goliath, and he's gonna back up, losing a Dragoon in the process. And Vultures possibly now have speed. Oh my god. They will try to come out here. We need to close up the gap. We are seeing that gap getting close up, so that gap is close up at the 530 position, so that base will go up nicely here. Supply wise, look at this. Sharp is even having more supply than the enemy's got +1 upgrades, as well as the Chariot boosters. You don't really need Chariot boosters unless you're playing against carriers, but anyways, Dragoons are dancing around, and these vultures are looking for openings. They can try to get through the... Yes, exactly. Nicely done. Very nicely done. And this is always one of the problem when you close up one side of the map. Okay, one vulture gets sniped very quickly, though, so it's not good losing another probe, but now things are going to get clear up. But these tanks are looking very strong. 5-fac push. Of course, we still have a Shadow and Reaver, so Tyson can still do something. But let's see what exactly he can do, because the enemy has got a huge amount of armies, and that Dragoon's getting stuck outside. Anyways, SCV is getting transferred. So I guess Sharp want to do a mid-game push instead of an early-game push. I don't blame him. It's just to be completely safe here. What is that? Is that a starport? Maybe another turret. But losing momentum is not good. He should just push out right now and win. Excuse me, but he's not going to do that, and he's going to allow his enemy to at least go up to Zelle with leg, and with Zelle with leg, you know, things will get just a little bit tricky here. Sorry, let me just turn off my alarm. It was on for some reason. Alright, we're looking at the 10-minute mark of the game. Are you excited to watch this series? I am not. The players really suck. But this is all that we have. I mean, this is like Poland in World War II. We barely get enough to eat. That every time we get a scrap of bread or like the remainder of your shoe, we would chew on it like very hungrily because that's all that we have. And that's better than nothing. The other choice is death, right? Of course, no Broodwar means death. Anyway, Shadow's gonna come through. What is he doing exactly? I don't really understand this Tyson guy. He is not really sensible. You know, diving in right at the rally point out of all places. Anyways, tanks were on siege, and we might see a big move out here. +1 of weapons, of course, has been done for a while. We're waiting actually for +1 armor. But Tyson, whoa, look at how much forces Tyson's got. Tyson's got like 10 Dragoons, that's it. He's got 10 Dragoons, and these tanks are looking for some openings here. Dragoons have to fight in the open field. The tanks have siege, and Tyson's gonna have to back up. What is he trying to do? There's gonna be vultures run by a squad, and Tyson has been caught with his pants down. This game was so sad. Where are the shuttles when you need them? And tanks are actually leaving. No, they're not leaving. They're gonna just push on and finish up the game. All of these probes have died. These vultures will get destroyed, but the Reavers are taking some good shot, but the shuttle will get lost very quickly. We'll take one final shot, and that shuttle is gonna back up. Where is the other shuttle? It's got another shuttle somewhere. We're not seeing it, but these tanks are coming out very strong, and we need to have like Zelle with leg now. These Dragoons are fighting so lonely. They will get a huge attack. Oh my god, am I watching a new game or what? That was so poor. That was so poor. He's got 4 shuttle and 4 Dragoons. He's got the same number of shuttles as he's got Dragoons, and this game was a disgrace and distaste, disdain for the Starcraft community. I mean, just leave, man, Tyson. Go and do something else with your life, because you're clearly 40-year-old virgin. And okay, there's gonna be some storms. Okay, we might have some theatrical aspect coming up soon, but of course that base will fall. So never mind. But we might get some storms off, and let's see how much that is. He's gonna try to fight from the low ground. A single vulture might even get on the high ground. Why is he fighting against the high ground? Whereas that Nexus has largely been lost here. He would try to cast a storm. That storm isn't bad. The shuttle is not even moving back. Look at his APM. 260 APM for a pro gamer. And GG from Tyson. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.